And so up next, it seems like your son fights a lot in the UFC here. But we got another
where he
Kai
started falling in
here.
love with that name.
So we got another Kai here in Kai Kamaka III. He took this fight on short notice, and he is moving up weight class, so that does kind of help him in the fact that he doesn't need to cut the weight. But he will be at, a weight disadvantage here as Mr. Jonathan Pearce here comes in, about 10 pounds heavier naturally with a bit more, almost a 5-inch reach. So, he will have to try and keep his distance here, but I don't believe that that's going to be too much of an issue for Kai moving up in there, not having to cut the weight, especially taking it on short notice. What do you kind of see here unfolding?
Yes, my boy Kai Kamaka. I mean, I think he's
I'm pretty sure that's what you say to your son, too.
Yeah, definitely sing that track, I mean, what can we say? He's 1-0 in the UFC, hasn't lost since 2017. I mean, I like the power. He's at a slight disadvantage in size, but I mean, the big thing with Pearce is that he's actually natural. You said it yourself. He's a natural lightweight moving down to featherweight. I think he has, that Contender Series alumni, weight on his shoulders to kind of perform. Alex Perez just coming off that title fight, right? Kind of setting the floor for everybody to kind of take advantage of their opportunities here. So, that serious size advantage, I think, will play a part. As much as I want to see some juice on Kamaka and maybe kind of ride a dog here from a bettor's perspective, I think he has what it takes on the feet, but I just think I'm not really convinced in the grappling. I think Pearce kind of has the all-around ability here and should be able to use his wrestling to get good positions on him. So, I mean, when you look at it, it's a little tough call,
Yeah, absolutely. And so let's jump right into it. Where do you see Vegas kind of landing on this? Given all the information we do have in terms of, taking this fight on short notice, classes, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, let's go right back into it. I mean, I just think Pearce's size is quite a bit, when it comes to UFC, as much as I want to always side with, the exciting, the quick, the fun striker, it's just in the later rounds when it comes down to technique, when it comes down to certain types of things like cardio, Pearce is really, really in a tough position, right? His loss to Lauzon was very early. That was his first UFC fight ever. And he made a terrible technical mistake, He was getting beat up on the feet. That's the thing about Kamaka, right? Does he have a puncher's chance? Sure. But, at the end of the day, that is, the one thing he has to come out of his previous fight worrying about. And I just don't see him not improving at least the striking to get into offensive positions to work on that wrestling, get that in there, get it to the floor, work some, top positions, that kind of thing.
And so, yeah, where do you kind of see that number landing?
Probably minus 175. That's where I'm thinking.
For Pearce?
For Pearce, yes.
The entire way here, all I was trying to do was kind of set you up because I love your reactions, and this is one that's going to have your jaw on the floor, man. But Kai Kamaka comes in at a near minus 400 favorite.
No way!
He's minus 385.
Oof, and I'm over here thinking I'm going to be riding a dog, That's so wonderful to me. Jeez.
So given that line reveal and, what a heavy favorite Kai is, does that change the way that you view this fight at all?
It's funny because, for how recently we saw him 4 days ago, bro, we really did think that Pearce would have some kind of, technical, if not game plan advantage here, but that's a huge favorite. And I got to say, man, as much as I thought I was going to be taking Kamaka as a dog, wow. All I got to say is, wow. Wow. I feel bad for Pearce, coming off a loss like that to Lauzon. I mean, I can only assume at this point, my man, that the striking just has to be very, 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 I guess underrated would be the, word I would use.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, get your parlay builders out there. Kai might be a nice sprinkle into there with some of your other favorites or whatnot. But, he does come in at a minus 385 and, stay tuned to see what we lock in for that one.
And keep an eye on that weigh-in too, right? Pearce is actually going to have some extra weight to cut there based on where he usually fights. So that could be a tough one altogether.
Yeah, absolutely. As usual, hit that bell button below, subscribe.
Ring.
All our information is in there. We got playlists for you to click on, some of our prior content. Instagram, Twitter, it's all on there. Our pics will be up there. Always, it's a pleasure, my man.
You too, guys. And then, frankly, Pi said it best. You search a fighter. There's some guys we've already covered a few times, so feel free to check them out. Subscribe, like, Pies. I love you, bro. Can't wait to get into the next card.